From the Blues Hotel Collective, welcome to Blues Moments in Time, where every groove holds a memory and every moment echoes the truth of what came before. Today, we rewind the reel, trace the footsteps, and revisit the chapters that shaped the blues. Here is our host, Kelvin Huggins.
Welcome back to Blues Moments in Time. Today is October 22nd, and we're tracing the echoes of the blues through history, memory, and even the bright lights of Broadway and the thunder of rock.
Don't never let a stranger get in your heart and mind. They'll make you happy, and then they'll leave you crying. You can't tell. No.
We begin by honouring Arthur Big Boy Spires, a Chicago blues guitarist and singer who passed away on this day in 1990. Born in 1912, Spires was a part of that wave of bluesmen who rode the rails north during the Great Migration, helping shape Chicago into a blues stronghold. He wasn't a marquee name like Muddy or Wolf, but Spires was a working musician, playing the South and West Side clubs, keeping the blues alive where it mattered most. His music was raw, local, and lived in. A reminder that blues history isn't just built on legends. It's built on labour, on the journeymen who showed up night after night, guitar in hand, heart on sleeve. On this day in 1975, the blues took a bow on Broadway. Me and Bessie, a one-woman musical starring Linda Hopkins, appeared at the Ambassador Theatre. It was a soul-drenched tribute to Bessie Smith, the Empress of the Blues, whose voice once shook tent shows and jukeboxes across the South. Hopkins didn't sing Bessie's songs. She channeled her spirit, her fire, her fight. The show ran for 453 performances, proving that the blues could hold its own under the bright lights of New York City. Back in 1931, jazz trombonist Jack Teagarden stepped into a New York studio with Eddie Lang and Joe Venuti to record W.C. Handy's Beale Street Blues. Teagarden's vocal phrasing and trombone work turned this session into a landmark moment, bridging Dixieland, swing, and early blues with a Texas accent. It wasn't just a recording, it was a declaration that the blues could swing, croon, and improvise its way into jazz. Now fast forward to 1969, and the blues found itself electrified. Led Zeppelin II dropped on October 22 in 1969, blending British rock with raw Chicago blues. Willie Dixon's fingerprints were all over it, and tracks like Whole Lotta Love and the Lemon Song reimagined the blues for a new generation. It was heavy, riff-driven, and unapologetically loud, but the soul of the blues was still beating beneath the distortion. October has always been a month of movement in blues history. It marked a shift, musicians planning their winter gigs, drifting north with the changing winds. The Great Migration wasn't a single wave, it was a slow, steady current of people and sound. And wherever the blues landed, it adapted and sang. By the 80s and 90s, Chicago blues was both archive and experiment. Labels like Alligator and Delmark were recording the old masters and new blood, preserving tradition while pushing it forward. October releases carried that weight, a reverence for the past and a hunger for what's next. Today we honoured Arthur Big Boy Spires, the Broadway debut of Me and Bessie, Jack Teagarden's soulful take on Beale Street Blues, and the thunderous arrival of Led Zeppelin II. 4 moments, one date, all stitched together by the blues. We'll do it all again tomorrow when the Blues Hotel Collective presents Blues Moments in Time. I'm Kelvin Huggins. Until then, keep the blues alive.